boogers right out of the can. If you got a can of boogers, let's eat it. Hey there, everybody. Hey there, my special, most wonderful, bestest fucking friends in the whole wide fucking universe. Let's it's time to time to start the show. I'm your good pal. I'm Uncle fucking whatever the fuck. I'm the host of this educational program that we do on a weekly basis or whenever the fuck we get it out. And we try to educate and, a few these most recent episodes I've been talking about a lot of crazy conspiracy stuff, kids. And today I want to do a fucking a science episode, a scientific episode of monumental big brain. Shut the fuck up, man. Let's just get to let's start talking about it, kids. The universe is really big, and there's the observable universe, and there's the stuff that we can travel to. I'm gonna be honest. I probably talked about this a little bit on an episode a long time ago, but this is gonna be it's a deep dive. It's a deep dive into a shallow pool, kids, so we're all gonna bump our heads on this little plane of knowledge. But let's fucking dig into it. So, they say the universe is expanding. People, the big follow-up question to that is what's it expanding into? And that it seems to be a misunderstanding of how physics work and how fucking thermodynamics and shit like that, and I don't know, fucking kinetics and all that crazy shit, man. Like, you know, how do you fucking explain a cube to a square, man? A fucking square can't comprehend a cube. It can only fucking see things on its own plane of reality. And just like that, we can only see things that are on our plane of reality, man. We're like an ant that's walking on a balloon, and the balloon keeps having air pumped into it, so it keeps getting bigger and bigger. And you could ask, what is the balloon expanding into? And I guess it's expanding into the air. But you know, like there's certain levels to which that just doesn't even fucking make sense on that kind of a practical level. And children, if there is one thing that we, our species, our people are, we are a motherfucking ant on... This is a saying. How does that fucking saying go? You are an ant on the rim of a teacup perched on the edge of a motherfucking volcano. That's what we know. We know we're on the edge of something big, but we can't even fucking comprehend the fucking scale of the shit that we're on the edge of. We think that we can comprehend it. We think we can grasp it. But some things, children, are just too big and ungraspable for the human mind. Or maybe it's not. Maybe I'm just some fucking dummy, and there's lots of dummies out there, and fucking I bet one of you kids, you're gonna fucking conceive the inconceivable. You're gonna fucking push the limits and the frontiers of knowledge and science out into the outer realms of fucking possibility and opportunity. But you know what you're not gonna do? You're only going to travel so far, kids. Because the universe is expanding, and you can only travel so fast, which means you can only travel so far. And eventually, kids, everything's expanding and getting further apart. Our galaxy holds together because there's some sort of a supermassive black hole at the center of our galaxy that fucking keeps everything traveling around it, which... honestly, like, I can't even fucking comprehend that shit, man. Like, you want to talk about shit that you can't imagine. Like, how big is how did you get a fucking supermassive black hole that an entire galaxy can orbit around? Our fucking planet is so big. Our sun is so big. The Earth's cycle around the sun is so big. All that fucking shit. And all of that is just a fucking... it's not even a speck. It's not even a fucking pixel of a fucking 20-mile large fucking Mona Lisa painting. It's so fucking tiny within it all. So as everything expands apart, some shit stays together, you know? We're in a little fucking galaxy cluster shit, and there's another galaxy, the Andromeda Galaxy. It's moving towards us, children. And eventually, we're gonna fucking merge with it. Our galaxy, the Milky Way Galaxy, and the Andromeda Galaxy are gonna fucking merge together and become one super galaxy! And fucking everybody be real impressed then, man. Everybody else is gonna fucking look at us and be like, man, now there's a galaxy that's got its shit together. That's no fucking namby-pamby half-assed fucking you just go to the store in your socks fucking galaxy. That's a business galaxy with shit to do. And that's us, kids. That's us living life, living large. We're fucking. So, anyways, so you got these galaxy clusters, but these galaxy clusters they're separated by intergalactic space. And intergalactic space just keeps spreading out. And eventually it's going to spread so fucking far that light isn't going to travel between the two of them anymore. And when it does, it's going to get fucking like broken down into nothingness so that you can't even fucking register it. Which means that if you live way off in the fucking future... So... oh my god. So what the... Whoa, oh, I gotta drink some tea. So what does all that mean, children? It means that eventually, if you're living, remember when I said those two galaxies are gonna merge together, they're gonna form one big galaxy, and if you were one of those people, by the time that happens, if you were fucking living in that galaxy, you wouldn't even see the rest of the universe. You just see fucking dead, empty space all fucking around you forever and ever and ever, and you wouldn't be able to sense the light coming from other galaxies. So you'd think you were fucking alone. You think there was nothing else out there in the whole fucking universe. It's just you. Just your galaxies. Just drifting out there in space. In a space that doesn't change, that's not expanding, that's not becoming anything else. That's amazing, children. I don't know if you can wrap your heads around that, but that fucking blows my mind. It might be maybe one of the saddest fucking things I've ever seen. It's like imagine if we found out that every fucking country was drifting away from each other slowly. A bunch of people would fucking love that shit. Not me, man. Not me. I'm a big believer in fucking global culture, kids. I like to you gotta fucking experience and fucking be open to it all, kids. Fucking, you never know where you're gonna fucking hear a great story or learn some new fucking lesson, kids. So keep your fucking minds open. But imagine if if every country was slowly spreading away from each other and the oceans were getting larger and larger, and eventually they were going to get so big that the people who were born on those little rocks, they would never, ever, ever, ever know that there were other rocks and people out there. They would just think they were fucking alone in the universe, man. And how can you know yourself? How can you have any comprehension for what you are unless you understand the context and the surroundings of your existence? There's a part of me that's fucking sad for those people, children. I think about those people who they're never gonna know. We don't know. There's so much we don't know and understand. They'll probably maybe they'll be way more advanced than us, but there's shit they'll never know. And at the same time, children, it means you gotta ask yourself. It means you gotta wonder, what don't you know? You know? Well, what's already blind to our fucking senses, or invisible to our blind senses? That's what I mean, children. What have we already lost? What have we already, oh shit, man, you had to be around fucking 1500 years ago and you would have seen some crazy... 1500, more like fucking, 2 billion years ago. 2 billion years ago when you would have fucking seen some, you would have... That's when all the fucking machines were around that explained how the fucking universe was built. But we're just living in another new intergalactic dark age now where nobody gives a fuck. We're just fucking little dummies on a rock, fucking writing poetry and throwing it out into outer space and hoping that somebody's gonna find that fucking message in a bottle and fucking think we're cool. Fucking all this civilization just so fucking don't forget us. We were here and we were cool. Look, I carved it on a rock. My name was Phil and I was pretty cool. Remember me? Aliens in the future, fucking whatever, man. What the fuck do you get out of that fucking bullshit, man? You're still just as dead as any other motherfucker. You're some dead dude with his name on a rock. That's what people want to be, man. That's what they want to fucking pass on to the fucking blippity bloopity future. Blippity bloopity future, where everybody's a fucking, they got their funny little eyeballs, and it's the future. It's not like the present, kids. That's what's good about it. If it was just like the present, then we'd call it the present. There wouldn't be any point in drawing a distinction between it. It's like if you had one of them fucking cream in the middle cookies, the kind where there's cookie on the outside and cream in the middle. There's only 3 separate distinctions because you put the cream in the middle. If you take the cream out of the middle, you don't even have two fucking pieces anymore. You just have a single piece of cookie. It can fractal into as many smaller shapes as you want it to, but it doesn't change the inherent nature of the object. Oh man, objectivity, kids. There's something I wish we could all understand and get our heads around a little bit more sometimes, but you know, it's a fucking struggle, kids. Well, it's a struggle to keep the lights on in this fucking beautiful cosmos of fucking stars and wonderment. So, what have we learned today, children? We've learned that the universe is expanding. We don't know, we can't talk about what it's expanding into because that's not the nature of the expansion. Universe is a multi-dimensional concept, and we see in 3 dimensions and we think in 4 dimensions, but the universe exists in all motherfucking dimensions, which means shit that we can't grasp, man. The human mind isn't built for infinity. It's not built for fucking counting stars and fucking seeing giant shapes in the sky. Well, we do see giant shapes in the sky, and that is what our brains are built for, because we're little pattern seekers. As we do, man, we project our own fucking shit out there. But that's a whole other fucking conversation, kids. So, universe is slowly expanding, and because of that, all the galaxies, or the galaxy clusters of galaxies that are all fucking attracted to each other on a micro scale. Things are drawn to each other, but on a macro scale, man, shit just drifts apart. Just drifts apart further and further, kids. And that's the universe we live in. Just growing bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger every day. Fucking blow your mind wide open, kids, with how fucking big it gets. And think about this, children. Think about this. Think about that the world's spinning. It's spinning like a top, and it's spinning in a circle around the sun. And the sun is fucking shuttling through space because we're on an arm of the galaxy that's twisting around. And that galaxy is moving towards another galaxy. So even if you're fucking sitting still right now, kids, how fast are you fucking moving? You gotta be going at the fucking speed of light right now. We should all be fucking screaming like we're on fire, just like fucking, we're traveling so fucking fast all of the time. To where? To what? Our brains don't fucking, they don't hold that kind of knowledge juice. That's not what we learn. That's not what we do, man. There's more out there. More fucking stars out there, and yet there's more fucking neurons in your brain, and you can go smaller into shit too, man. You can fucking subdivide things further and further and further into component parts and even past that. So is that another fucking dimension that there's no limit to infinity? That's the whole fucking point of it. What does that even, kids, what does that even mean? Well, you know me, kids. I'm Uncle. I'm your good, friendly pal, the friendly neighborhood uncle, fucking robot spider. Call me Uncle Robot Spider. Uncle Robot Spider Man. Nope, I'll get sued for that last part. I gotta drop that last part, kids. I can be Uncle Ghost Spider Robot. Ghost Spider Robot 9000. Anyways, this has been me, kids. I'm just trying to be honest with you. I'm trying to get fucking real for 2 seconds in my fucking life. Can I just be fucking... anyways, galactic expansion, universal expansion. It's a fucking thing that's going on. It's fucking real. It's not a fucking myth. It's not like fucking, ooh, I believe in a fucking hamburger-headed god who fucking shits out marshmallows and fucking praises people who are... I don't know, fucking some religious fucking bullshit. That's not what we're talking about, kids. But we're getting, kids. This has been a real special episode. You being my special little friend. So I thank you for coming along on this ride and learning and listen. I hope we all had some fun today. And fucking don't forget to come back next week for another exciting installment, or why don't you go back and listen to one of the other fucking classic episodes that I fucking, because we've had a lot of fun. Anyways, fucking this show doesn't exist so I can fucking tell you about this show, man. It fucking exists so I can tell you about fucking science and culture and history. And I'm done talking about that today, man. So you fucking, you're a bunch of good little kids, and you get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. This fucking show's over for today. So get the fuck out of here.